Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. Tonight we'll be doing our 425th Blog Talk radio show, so be sure to check this one out, and also all our other shows and interviews that we've done. You can also find us on Twitter at Diva of DOOL, and we also have a Facebook page, and you can find us on iTunes. I'm Marianne, and you can find me at mama_hooch, and we have the Diva with us, Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Okay. And she's at Diva of DOOL.
At Diva of DOOL, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we have Jen with us.
Hi. I'm at Ari
Hey there.
at Twitter. Hey.
And, of course, last but not least, we have Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hey there. Hey there. You can find me at Cosby Hooch, and
okay.
You know, not that I'm there that much, but
yeah, and you can also check out at Bob Hapka and at Amy Hapka. They called in a few weeks ago, so that was a big surprise. So you never know when they're going to pop on.
They renewed their pimp subscription, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just in time. We were just
like,
about to cancel them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Also, also check out at Lauren Coslow and at Kill Trip USA, who is Ian Buchanan, and at Thaao Penghlis, and big congratulations to him for his Emmy nomination for lead actor for Days.
Yes.
So that was nice to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
I heard that Wally Kurth got nominated too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're having from Days. That's great.
Yeah, we have a lot from Days. Actually, we can. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the Emmy nominations. They came out. They came out on Thursday, and actually, Days got 22 nominations. One less than I don't know if it was General Hospital or Young and the Restless got. One of them got more, but they. Well, I can just run it down. I was kind of looking that up, and they had like 22 nominations. They got nominated for writing, directing, music and composition, casting, lighting, technical, multiple camera editing, sound mixing, art director, hairstyling, makeup, drama series. So they got all that, and then
The Emmys are going to be on TV.
Yes, and that's another big news. That's the other big news, right, Jen? That's CBS picked them up. So they're going to be on Friday, June 26th, from 8 to 10 on CBS. And I think I discussed this with someone. I don't know, it was Carrie or Anna or whatever. We're saying first time in a long time that a network has picked them up, and we can't even see the show with all they can't get all dressed up and see all our favorites and the red carpet. We're going to see them on Zoom, probably.
I know.
From what I know, it's just, I can't believe. So let's hope next year that CBS will pick them up again and we can have a big, to do like it should be. But from what I was reading, they're going to do it remotely like that. The lead positions, I guess the lead categories, and then they're going to announce the other ones on Twitter somehow, and then maybe have another ceremony, for other smaller categories or something in July. So I don't know. But I just thought that was, interesting all of a sudden. Wonder why, did anybody hear why CBS picked them up, or?
I read a theory they're basically just desperate for content at this point.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, because of the whole pandemic and stuff?
Yeah, they don't have any.
Yeah, there's probably there's no original programming probably right now.
No original programming.
We'll
so there is a reason. Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll take it.
So still would be interesting, the ones that are on there, so they'll see if they all get dressed up, if they're just sitting there in their sweats or whatever, or maybe just the tux from waist up or something. I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see how it's all done. So maybe we can. I can tell you. You guys can give me your thoughts. So we had lead actress is Ari Zucker. She's the only one from Days that got the lead actress. And she's up against Finola Hughes, Catherine Kelly Lang, Heather Tom, and Mara West.
Oh.
So now I can't really talk to any of those other ladies because I only watch Days, so I don't know if anybody else does. I know, unfortunately, I don't get to watch any of the other soaps, but what do you think about Ari?
I think that was a great pick. Great pick. Yeah.
I think it
of course.
between her and Anna from General Hospital. I think Anna had a pretty good year.
She did? Okay. That's Finola. Okay. Yeah, I would say Ari, and I always no, she's in lead actress. Has she been nominated like for supporting, or did she ever present in supporting role before? Was she nominated before? Because I can't remember from other years. Does anybody remember?
I don't remember.
No. Okay. But yeah. Anybody else? Think anybody else from Days should have been in there? It's tricky with lead and supporting.
Yeah.
And what time period was it for? 2019 or certain?
2019.
Okay.
I read the whole just the year 2019.
I could see maybe Stacey Hayduke should have gotten a nomination.
Yeah.
That person that really stands out to me that had a good year last year as a female actress.
Yeah, for lead actress. And I know I know a lot of people, and I just over the years started understanding how it all works. They have to actually, because a lot of people are saying, well, why doesn't this person ever get nominated, this and that? Well, there are actors that choose not to submit. You actually have to submit yourself, and you have to have it done by a certain time or date. And you also can get to decide where you submit to, like whether you submit for lead or supporting. So I think a lot of it's up to the actors and actresses at that point. So, yeah, so that's kind of all right. Okay, then for lead actor was Thaao from Days, Thaao Penghlis, up against John Lindstrom, Thorsten Kaye, Jason Thompson, and Steve Burton.
Oh.
So any thoughts about that? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious one is Thao's in the wrong category because he was supporting when he was on. But Thaao, I have to give him credit. People, complain about him being a lead. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It depends on what in the scene he submitted, if he was the lead or if he was considered supporting. It's not if you're a lead after the entire year. It's what you did in those episodes. And he knows that, and that's why this is his third nomination. He knows what he's doing. So
right,
as far
as yeah, that's true. I agree there.
As far as the other actors, I really don't watch the other shows, but I know Steve Burton is not considered to be a good actor, and and I haven't watched Bold and Beautiful since Ron Moss was playing Ridge Forrester, so I don't know how Thorsten Kaye's doing on there. So I'm not really that familiar with the other actors' work. And I know the other two guys from General Hospital are considered to be very good.
Yeah.
But,
John Lindstrom, he was playing two parts though, and he was really good as Ryan, and he's good as Kevin, but I gotta go with Thaao this time.
Yeah, well, of course, that's a sentimental favorite there, and I know John Lindstrom is a very good actor. I just remember him from GH. Now, the other 4 there, would they, like how we were saying, like the lead versus supporting, would you consider those other 4 to be lead actors on their shows? I don't know if anybody, like, is that the right category for them?
Yeah, I'd say for Thursday
Yeah.
Kay and Steve Burton, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably Jason Thompson. Yeah, they'd all consider to be lead, I'd say.
Mhm. And I think a lot has to do, like with Thaao. I'm thinking, well, he's a vet and he's been around for like 40 years, 35 to 40 years, and he's been through even just through his body of work and as many times as he's been off and on the show. And like you said, that the parts and the scenes that he's playing, he could be considered a lead actor. But in supporting, would he maybe have a better chance? Probably. But going on to that, supporting actors, days in that category, they have 3 supporting actors.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chandler Massey, Wally Kurth, and Paul Telfer. So what does everybody think about those 3? I would pick any 3. Yeah, Wally. It's sentimental. Yeah. He did a really good job this year.
Wally should have been in lead. I think hands down he was the best actor on Days last year. I don't even think that's debatable. And Paul Telfer has no business being in supporting either. Because
right.
pushed
You would consider him lead,
much.
Right?
He should have been lead too.
Yeah,
So.
and he should have been lead. But maybe he thinks his chances are better as supporting. I don't know. I don't know. Or how he considers him. Yeah, I would say Wally would been a lead actor like last year too, and then Chandler Massey. He could be. I don't know. I guess not so much lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the other 2 is Mark Grossman and James Patrick Stewart. I don't know them, so. So then we have supporting actress. We have Susan Seaforth Hayes.
Yay!
Which is, good. That's good. Yeah, she's deserving. And
that's
she's
awesome.
up against Tamara Braun.
Oh gosh.
Voice up. Yeah. Anna. I don't know this. Annika Knoll. Rebecca. How do you pronounce that?
Budding.
Budding, yeah, and Crystal Khalil from Young and the Restless.
Oh yeah,
Khalil. I don't know.
She's been around.
I don't know these people.
Those ladies have both been around a long time. I think Buddha, whatever used to be on
Rebecca.
All My Children.
Okay, I know who she is. Yeah, I know who she is. She's on GH. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have them. So what do you think for Susan? Definitely, she's definitely supporting.
Susan. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh,
yeah.
And she had an excellent year. Oh my goodness, with that heart storyline and all that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Is there one actress that you feel is missing? Another one that is missing that should either be lead
every
or
year
supporting?
I think Lauren Coslow is, but then again, it depends.
Wow.
Some years her storyline is crap, so that doesn't help. But of course, I think she always.
I agree.
But
of course. And there were years that she should have been, and I don't remember her being.
No.
Yeah. So.
Judy Evans, I think. The episode where Adrianne dies is she's just phenomenal and made me cry. She's I mean, I would get Judy, and I love Judy. So, but Susan Seaforth Hayes, I'd be so thrilled if she wins.
Sending prayers to Judy as well. Not only did she lose her son last year, but then she was injured in a horse riding accident.
Oh yeah, we can send her thoughts on that. Yeah, she's in pretty bad shape. From what I was reading, different things that she broke different things, and that I read somewhere that they found a clot in her leg or in her heart or somewhere, but unrelated to the injury or something. Yeah, so I don't know. She's not doing real. I mean, I think she's okay, but she sounds like a road recovery.
That was unrelated to the injury. related.
That's what I heard, that they found something unrelated. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So if I read it right, I was reading it like really quick when I saw it, but something, they found something else other than, the injuries from the riding accident. But the actress I was thinking about, how about Camilla?
Yeah.
Gabi.
Or how about Leanne?
I think so.
She's a great, I know, she had great
Camilla?
stuff. I mean, even the great stuff with Susan,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That really surprised me. Her and
Absolutely.
Stacey are the two actresses from Days that I think were really omitted, and both of them should have been somewhere in there. So. Okay, then they have younger performer, which I guess they put them. They don't actually have like younger actress and younger actor. They put them both together and say younger performer. So it's just one category now. And actually, they're all women. They're all girls.
Wow.
Olivia Rose Keefan from Days. And is it Thia Megia? She's the one who played Megia. Played Haley from Days.
Oh, okay.
Eden McCoy from General Hospital, Caitlin McMullen from GH, and Sasha Kelly from Young and the Restless. So those are the ones. So, and I think Olivia Rose Keefan did. No, she played Claire. Even though I couldn't stand Claire, but she did a good job playing that character, who, by the way, is coming back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and big summer previews that they had out in Soap Opera Digest. Yeah, and then they had guest performance and Chrishell Strause.
Who did you say was coming back? I'm sorry, I missed that. Who did you say was coming back?
Olivia Rose Keefan. Yeah, she got nominated for younger performer. Anybody else have any comments about younger performer? Like do you think there's any male performers out there that should have
the kid who
played plays who?
The kid who played Spencer on GH.
Oh, Spencer. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was always. I haven't seen him in a long time, but yeah, he's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know what they mean by younger. Yeah. I don't know if it's a certain cutoff of age when what they consider younger. I don't know. In your 20s.
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I thought it was 25. Yeah.
Is it 25? Okay. Okay. And I was surprised. Last couple of years that Robert Scott Wilson too never got nominated. Anywhere. It surprises me. I think he's very good too. So okay. And then guest performer was Chrishell Strause from Days of Our Lives, Jordan. And then, let's see, Eva LaRue, Michael Knight, Elise Chapnick. Yeah. But Jeffrey Frazier, I can't pronounce the last name. I think, did he used to be on GH? I don't know who this. So, anyway, there's 5 there. So, and Chrishell, I think she did a good job as Crazy Jordan. I was never a fan of Jordan, but Crazy Jordan was kind of fun to watch. So, and I guess Jordan's still dead. I always thought maybe that they'd have her come back and really not be dead, but I guess she is dead. I don't know. So, and also Days got, of course, for all 4 series of those, because there is only 4, best daytime drama. And also The Bay got a lot of nominations too.
Cool.
For digital series. And there's a lot of new digital series out there that I saw, but I am not familiar with any of them. Does anybody know anything about any other web series?
I heard one just started, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay. But The Bay's been around a long time. If I can remember correctly, back in 2011 when I first went out to Day of Days, I think that's when The Bay was really just getting started. So it's been around for a while. Okay. So good luck to all, involved, and we'll see what happens, I guess. All right. I guess we can talk about the show, and then we can talk about the summer previews. Okay. Okay. What everybody think about Xander finding Maggie and saving Maggie? And how that? I have my thoughts on that. I don't know.
There's
anybody?
no other.
The only thing that I'm really not the only thing that Xander's done so far that I wasn't happy about. Did I say that out loud? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I actually
saving Maggie.
Believe it or not, I actually watched an entire episode of Days of Our Lives, and I did watch that one on Monday.
Okay.
And honestly, I thought the whole suicide letter thing was insufferable. Is that the right word? I'm not sure if that's the right word or not, but
the way it was handled.
I was almost rooting for the rope. Anyway, not to make light of that topic, but
not a Maggie fan, Anna. Ooh.
Well, it's not a Maggie fan. I don't know. I just was like, I guess I was just running out of patience with her. I don't know why. But since it was my first episode that I watched from start to finish in a long time, maybe I should reserve judgment. But
so I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with Maggie, I think she did a great job. But
I'm glad
the way they handled it.
But,
Yeah. Well, we all knew, of course. They're not going to let Maggie die. But, I mean, the whole subject matter is sensitive, and just the way they handled it and the way it was portrayed was not true to life, did not make sense. And I can understand it was probably because of Suzanne. I mean, she's older. You got to watch the way you do it, I guess, compared to the way that they handled JJ's suicide attempt. I thought was better. I don't know if there's a way to even say it's better because of the subject matter, but they dealt with it, I thought, a lot better. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
I just don't understand why she sent her letter out to Victor with so much time before she was going to do it.
Yeah.
Usually you mail it out like that day, or maybe leave some letters lying around in your jail cell. So that was, she basically mailed it out to give them enough time to stop her. So that was kind of bizarre. Yeah. And I love Xander, but it seemed like it was more Xander propping by having him be the one to rescue her, and how he was managed to get into the prison and
that's
find
exactly how I felt.
And her cell would have been locked, but I mean that was just not believable at all.
Yeah, and there's nobody else in that cell block.
Yeah, and how she, the whole thing with just the bed sheets and that was unrealistic too. That could have never happened that way. So they were trying to make kind of Xander the hero in Victor's eye, but didn't work because he fired him anyway. Anybody thoughts about that? We have the whole Brady and Ciera cooking up revenge on Xander and Victor.
It's going to backfire on him. It's Brady.
Oh, Brady. Yeah. Because we had Ciera stopping Brady from drinking because he's up with Rachel, and of course he had to tell Ciera about the whole letting Kristen go. So of course she's upset with him too, like crazy Brady. But and Ciera gets drunk again, ends up in bed at Brady's place. But we know that he didn't sleep with her. They didn't sleep together. But Xander thinks that they did because he kind of walked in on him, and she let him think that to punish him, I guess. And then Brady went over to see Victor and demanded that he fire Xander, and he wants to get the job, but he doesn't want to he wants to get the job because he wants to take Titan down to punish Victor.
Mm-hmm.
So what's everybody think? What do you think about that?
Victor should just give it up and hire Justin.
Yeah.
But don't you think the better thing would have been, you think Brady would have said, if he really loves Kristen and wants her back, not to take over Titan to bring down Victor, tell Victor to say, hey, don't press charges against, and make it go away, in which you know darn well Victor could pay somebody off, that he could make those charges go away. Kristen's home with the baby, and he lives happily. That is where the writers, the fans, was like, it didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So the warden's not taking calls.
Mhm.
Like they kept putting Victor on hold.
Right.
So how much power does he have in that prison?
I think it seems they make you believe that Victor has almost as much power as what Stefano had, with everyone. He usually can get anything done, but yeah. So I don't know. Is Stacy going to? The Kristen character and Stacy going to be away for a while? I'm sure I was thinking she's going to come back at some point.
Yeah, I heard she's coming back at some point.
Oh, she is. Okay. But I guess they have to put her off for a while, so that's kind of why they couldn't do that whole thing. So.
Yeah.
But does anybody like Ciera and Brady as a couple? Anybody still like Xander and Ciera?
No, I just don't like Ciera.
No, you just don't like Ciera. Okay, yeah.
I like Ciera.
Yeah, she's a whiner for sure.
Yeah, bring Eve back for Brady.
Yeah, I heard Eve is coming back for a little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah. I did see that. Let's see, what else? So you think the whole Orpheus and kidnapping John, little David, again?
Yeah, basically.
And what he demands,
Little
David's
the best part of the whole. Yeah, Little David's the best part of the storyline.
Yep.
Hey, David, could you untie me? Okay.
Okay.
So cute.
Yeah. Yeah, big secret, big agent John Black, has a 2-year-old helping him helping him escape.
John needs to hand in his badge.
Yeah. Yeah. Except Orpheus walks in just in time, and what's he demanding, like $15 million? I'm there. What do they pay psychiatrists now? Geez. I don't know. Or I guess John Black has unlimited money somewhere.
Isabella's money.
The Alamein. Yeah, I don't know. He's money from everywhere, I guess. They have all this money. So, I don't know where they're getting it all. So, I don't know. And I guess she has Steve and Hope trying to help her track them down or whatever. So, I don't know. And then Zoe told Evan's secret of him and Orpheus really causing the accident and framing Maggie for it. And she goes and tells Rafe. And, of course, Xander finds out, too, because he comes looking for Ciera, so Rafe tells him, and that's how he knows to tell Maggie. And then everyone starts finding out. So how do anybody like Zoe and Rafe? Or the new Zoe? No. I like the other Zoe better, but this one isn't bad. This actress isn't too bad. Has she been on anything before?
Not that I know.
Any other soap?
Oh, yeah.
No? Okay. 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 So then, of course, Rafe, she goes and, she's going to, Rafe lets her go and watch David while he's going off to find out what he was going to do. but she convinces him, stay right there, Rafe. But so Orpheus comes, and she didn't really help her father. He tied her up and everything, but of course Rafe at first doesn't believe her, and then Hope comes and finds them together, and she gets a call from Orpheus, but doesn't let Rafe and Hope know, pretends that it's Evan. So I don't know what her intent is there. Does anybody really care about that storyline?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Okay. Because we all know Rafe's going to leave.
Yeah.
And probably all those characters are going to. Evan's probably going to. I mean, they're all probably going to leave eventually. Yeah. So it's like, why? And we know John's going to get rescued, and Marlene is going to save him. Same old stuff.
I did like the scene with Steve, Justin, and Kayla, though.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys want to talk about that? What did you like, Jen?
I like that Justin said, I'm going with you. That was my wife. Adrianne may have been, but she was Justin's wife. He's got just much right.
Right, to go with them, right. And how did you like when Justin overheard what Kayla said?
Felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
I know. And he keeps catching her, and she keeps then having to try to explain herself, which she kind of gets out. She gets herself out of it pretty good.
Yeah.
Because doesn't she? Because she did say, he's the love of my life. And she says, well, Justin, you know that Steve is, and just like Adrianne was the love of your life. And when she says nobody could replace Steve, she said, well, nobody can replace Steve. That was then, but you're now. And they're pretty good, Kayla.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
save.
Yeah, but we know who you really want deep down inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So. And speaking of Jake, are you liking Jake from State Farm? No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they actually should have made him. Maybe they should have made him an insurance agent. I don't know. That would have been a funny. But But anyway, so and Gabi got played by Dr. Rolf.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Abigail fan, but I'm glad Gabi got played.
Yeah. Yeah, she finally, because he convinced her that it was the serum that was going to bring Jake's memory back, Stefan's memory back, but it really was the same chemical that was in what Abigail was injected with. Yeah. So they think, so then she gets arrested for attacking Jake, but also on suspicion of that she's the one that drugged Abigail. But I don't think Gabi did it to Abigail. I think it's somebody else. Yeah.
And
also Chad's acted kind of funny. What's that, Carrie?
Yeah, I think it's Demira related, whatever happened to Abigail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe Andre.
That'd be great. Yeah, bring Andre back. Yeah.
Yeah, but Andre loved Abigail, though, so I can't imagine him doing that. No, she did kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Vivian. I think it's Vivian.
Probably.
I think Vivian's in charge. Yeah, and I think somehow, because if you remember what Rolf said, she says, well, is he Stefan or not? And he said, well, I didn't do it. He says, but that doesn't mean somebody else didn't do that, didn't bring him back. So that was a little bit of a hint right there, I think. So maybe Vivian
supposed to be back. Louise Sorrell's supposed to be back too. So
who is?
You're supposed to see Vivian. Louise Sorrell, Vivian.
Oh yeah, I heard that she's coming back. So I'm thinking they're going.
I wish it was Robin.
Yeah. And you were saying about Andre. I'd like to see Andre and Kristen, like Stacy. I remember the scenes with Thaao and Stacy. I think with Tony and Kristen. Very well done, like them teaming up.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Because he kind of forgave her. He kind of forgave her for what she did to him. But I think they would. I think that would be an interesting. Bring Tony back, or even Andre, or whatever. Even Tony at the time, but But anyway,
bring them both
to
back.
have those two, or bring them both back. Yeah. So. Let's see, and then Ben and Ciera are planning their wedding.
Now, who walks around like that?
Oh, are you talking about her outfits? That's a big. I see that a lot in a lot of the fan. We can talk about. We haven't talked about fashion for a while. Yeah, she dresses like a hooker. And I guess that's the. But I guess I'm out of touch. Is that the way Is that her generation? Is that the way these girls? But yeah, they do, because even a Day of Days, kind of dresses like that. Yeah, they all seem. I mean, I don't know, but and then what's this thing with the it's not her, it's somebody else with the dark bras. You can see a black bra under like a lighter color top. Anybody notice that? I guess that's the style now too.
Well, yeah, that's been in style for a while, but I mean, not everybody does.
Okay.
It, so. It's more like
not everybody does. Okay.
That's still
like a no-no when I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not business attire, but it's maybe date attire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would.
It still looks funny. I said, look, I could see your bra. That's the idea, to see your bra, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how Ciera. That's kind of how she dresses. Anyway. It was an interesting conversation with her and Victor. She finally got his blessing. She was going to quit Titan. Did she quit Titan? I can't remember. Did she quit, or she was going to quit?
He got to stay.
But she had to give her blessing with marrying Ben. I think that's what it was.
Was going to and Vanda.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have to say that was the first manipulative Ciera thing we've had since Lauren Bowles played that character.
I miss Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren was good at playing people, and that has been missing since Ciera became a teenager and a young adult. So I was glad to see her manipulate Victor like that, because that's exactly what the Lauren Bowles Ciera would have done.
I wonder if you could bring her back as Sydney.
Oh.
Sydney's coming back.
I thought Allie was coming back.
No, Allie's coming back.
I'm sorry, Allie.
Allie.
Yeah, Allie's coming back.
There had been talk about Johnny, but that was kind of just a rumor, and I think he was just visiting the set when somebody had seen him. But yeah, Allie is coming back.
I'm glad it's Allie. I want Lucas back too.
Yeah.
And I think he is, and he's coming back too, and I think Sammy too. Okay. So then Maggie finds out that it's it wasn't her, or she's all happy, and then I like the scenes. There was another good scene with Wally, Justin, and Maggie.
Yeah.
Justin makes me cry when he was talking about. Yes, he was like more or less forgiving, talking to with Maggie, and he had already forgiven Maggie anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when he thought it was her. But it was so nice when he found out it really wasn't her, and something about Adrianne came to him and said to him, "You get her out of there, get her out of prison." Yeah, those were good scenes. And I guess the problem is, even though it's only hearsay because Zoe's saying that, so it could be hard to get her out. They need a confession from Christian or Evan. I still call him Evan.
Yeah, but got it.
Yeah. Mhm. So Sonny goes to try to convince him to turn on his father, which he ends up doing. So writing a confession. So I guess that's how Maggie's gonna.
Needs an Emmy nomination too.
Yes, there's another one. Freddie Smith. Yes, especially last with the whole accident thing. I thought he was. He was really good. Actually, I thought he was better than Chandler.
Yes,
I thought he had better stuff than Chandler. Mhm. I mean, I like Chandler too, but I think Freddie did a better job. I think. I guess he submitted. See, I don't know who submits and who doesn't, so it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, we missing anything? Or anything stands out, you guys remember?
Dr. Rolf.
No? Yeah, he was funny.
Oh, my God.
Who was funny?
Dr. Rolf.
Dr. Rolf.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's funny.
Oh, I just say, I at this point, I can't wait for Shabby to leave. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
understand.
there you go. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the point of that whole storyline of her being drugged. Mm-hmm. Other than is that really the only way they could figure out how to get them to leave? I mean,
I guess
it's just
they needed a way to get Kate Manzi off, and then have Chad come back, like have Abby leave, and then have Chad come back because he's staying. But he'll be gone for a little bit and then come back. But yeah, there was those scenes too.
Are they recasting Abby, or is she gone?
She's supposed to go to treatment in Florida. Now, how long she'll be gone, or if she'll come back, or if they'll recast her. I don't know. Like, how long are they going to explain that she's still not? They'll just keep saying, "Oh, she's not getting better. She's not getting better." I don't know. I had heard somebody say, "Well, wonder if Marcy Miller would come back." They just need to keep Chad in Florida. Just keep Chad. Yeah. Just have Chad go with her and stay with her.
Yeah, and they come back and take over.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, there was those scenes, and we had a little bit of Jack and Jennifer there. So. Yeah. And I don't think there's, unfortunately, Ann, I don't think there was any Kate. Was there any Kate this week? There's no Kate, right? Kate and Abe, or no?
Probably not.
That was last week. No, I think that was last week with Kate and Abe. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Never. Okay. So did anybody see anything about the summer previews? Soap Opera Digest had summer previews. They're saying about in July they come up with this thing. There's going to be 4 weddings and a funeral. So speculate everybody's who's the wedding, who's the funeral.
I thought they had that kind of thing back in February too, or something. It seems like I remember when they had the spring preview, or maybe I don't know. It was just like there were going to be 4 weddings in a very short period of time, or something like that. So I was like, sounds familiar.
Yeah. So anybody have any? Well, there's a promo out
in the preview. Any mention of Kate in the preview?
Kate. You know what? No. That I'm looking here. That I kind of tried to. I was taking notes from the Soap Opera Digest. I did not see any. The only thing I had heard about Kate was her working for Abe. That's why she needs to get Andre back for her. That's why. That's what I say. But yeah.
It would be nice.
So, yeah. So I guess Eric and Nicole would be one. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
There's promos showing them getting engaged. Oh, and there was a little bit of Eric and Nicole this week, too. She was kind of explaining to him, because he's so upset about why Brady let Kristen go, and Nicole tried to kind of explain it to him, why she did, kind of more or less making him see like it was Holly. She said, if that was Holly, you would have done the same thing if it would have been Nicole in that situation. So kind of made him see.
And Nicole would have stabbed Victor too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They brought that up about like all the things that she's done. She tried to kill Victor too.
Yeah.
I was really glad that
and of course
they
Ben
had that. That was good. I'm glad they mentioned that.
They get mentioned. Oh yeah, like Nicole kind of brought up the things that she knows. She's not any really worse, I guess, or Kristen isn't any worse, I guess. And Nicole has done her fair share of things. So then of course Ben and Ciera, we think, and then Eli and Lonnie. And there's another thing with Eli and Lonnie that she finds out that she's pregnant. And this is what I don't understand with this. Yeah, and I don't understand with this storyline, that she has a fear of losing the baby, so they're going to decide whether they should keep the baby or not.
I don't.
Now, how does that make sense?
That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing
That
I've
does
ever
not
heard.
make sense. So she's afraid of her baby dying, but so you're going to turn around and have an abortion. And you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Somebody needs to who thought that plot line up does not make sense. I don't like it. So, and then everyone says Steve and Kayla. And we agree that maybe that's the 4 weddings. Or does anybody have any idea?
Hello, Adrianne. If Adrianne's back.
Well, Justin proposes to Kayla. So that happens too.
Oh, Justin proposes to Kayla. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Mhm. And is that right before? Because Steve, I did read. It says here Steve's going. John and Marlena convince him to fight for Kayla, and just when he's going to, he hears or Justin proposes to Kayla. So, but do you think that's a wedding that'll go through? I don't know. So that it could be Justin and Kayla. Could be the wedding too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the funeral. Anybody guesses, or what they've heard, or I can tell you what I've heard in the group that I'm in.
Maybe Rafe.
I've heard that because he's supposed to leave. We couldn't be so lucky, but no. Poor Rafe. Will. I've been hearing it's Will, which will really piss me off if it is. If they do this to him again, and if they break up Sonny.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
On the podcast, when you listen to Freddie, I would listen to that podcast, they say they leave, but they say, we won't tell you whether either one of us die or whether we leave together happily or not. Like they just gave the scenarios that we all would think it could be, but of course they didn't say what it could be or what it is. So I don't know. People are saying that. Now how and why? I don't know. It's just that there's some rumors that that's the reason that, Sammy is back. I think Sammy comes back. But I don't know. I don't know who else it could be other than those two. And I didn't even think of Will until people started talking about it. I was thinking Rafe. I don't know who else it could be. If they want a real shocker, that's what they would do. But, I mean, they've gone there already. They've killed him once already. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm upset because they're leaving. Both of them are leaving.
Yeah.
Get that. I also heard. Did anybody hear that Gabi's supposed to
I
leave
don't like
too?
that at all.
No, that's why I'm hoping it's not true. I would say that's more rumor. It's not a for sure thing because of course they're not saying who the funeral's going to be. Not yet, anyway. I haven't really seen spoilers out there for that.
Or maybe it'll be a fake funeral again with Vivian in town.
Yeah. I don't know. So we're hoping that that's not true. Let's see. Oh, and like I said, Eric and Nicole are going to get married, and Allie but Allie comes back all grown up, and she comes back with a secret that she doesn't want her parents to know, and she confides in Eric.
Oh, boy.
Now, that's spoilers out there. Anybody hear that?
No, I didn't know that.
Posing that she's pregnant. And then there's another.
Sammy's gonna be grandma.
Yeah. And then there's a thing with Will and Sonny that they go back into thinking about adopting a baby. And it says, an option presents itself for Sonny and Will. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe Allie's baby. They adopt Allie's baby.
Or maybe Eric and Nicole will.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was just part of the whole thing that they were saying for Will and Sonny. But beyond that, they didn't say anything. That's the only thing that was something. They consider adopting a baby again. And an option presents itself.
That's so awkward, though, to have basically your brother adopting your child. Like, actually, I've
heard
assuming
that.
I know someone who's kind of done this. Like the baby of the family got pregnant, and the oldest sister raised the child. But I'm not even sure if the child is aware that her aunt is her mother. I honestly don't know.
Right. I've heard that happening, but that's more something years ago. You know, I don't think it's done so much now. But back in the day when it was like disgraceful and all that stuff, I've heard of that, which I just completely disagree with that. That's just But that's and now it's just my own speculation. Yeah, that's just from reading the things. I'm thinking, oh, okay, that could be a possibility. This just popped into my head.
But I can't imagine giving your child to your sibling or your uncle, in case you pick, and knowing that's your kid, and everybody in your family knows that's your kid. I mean, you're seeing this child at every family get together. I just think that's weird. I think it'd be better.
It is weird.
To give it away to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
And then when the kid finds out, that really messes. Can imagine how that messes with the kid's mom. When they do find out, which they will find out. So. Anyway.
Well, Ron kind of did that on One Life, though, so he might try again.
Oh, he did that on one. Oh, Ron did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He did something similar?
Oh, it turned out her brother was her father, but he dumped her on his parents and took off.
Yeah. Okay. Could be. And I guess Claire comes back. They say she's recovered.
Oh boy.
And she's supposed to be all recovered, and she's so excited about Ciera and Ben getting married that she wants to help with the wedding. But they're not convinced. They're leery about that. Yeah. Yeah. And it says, and Ciera and Ben get pulled more into Jake's mess with whatever his background is, like the people that are looking for him, that were there to beat him up, but beat Ben up instead. So I guess Gabi gets caught up in that too. And then Jake has an ex. Her name is Gwen. So somebody's coming on to pay Jake's ex-girlfriend. So that's something. Who else? Let me see if there's anything else. And then, of course, Xander and Brady, they're going to do their revenge against them. Yeah, and that's what they were saying. I guess the big thing is the weddings and the funeral and who the funeral is going to be. I guess that's the big. I wonder who. And if it is, if people that are saying if it is Will, like, why and how do they even get to that point that happens? So let's put something different. What do you think about Al? You know, their agent. Everyone seems to like that idea of bringing Allie back. Some of Sammy's kids coming back. Yeah.
How old is she supposed
Lucas
to be?
Back.
A teen or an adult?
I think like a young, maybe teen. Like an.
Okay.
It said in there of age. She's supposed to be of age, so probably anywhere 18, 19, 20 maybe.
Yeah,
like
she didn't get Soros. Yeah, she didn't get Soros too bad because Allie and Johnny are 15. They're the same age. They're the same age as my son, so that's how it's easy for me to remember. But yeah, they're about 15.
Yeah, so if they brought them back, her back about 18, I guess that would be 18, 19. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I think Chloe's supposed to come back, but didn't say anything there about Chloe, but I always thought she was supposed to come back.
Oh, yeah, and Sean and Belle, too. Sean and Belle come back.
Oh, okay, yep, Sean and Belle. They come back for a while because of Claire, I think, you know, to make sure everything's okay. But it said something about they may eventually go back or something, and then maybe she's supposed to stay with John and Marlena. Claire thought, I don't know. I know. I have a feeling Claire isn't recovered.
Yeah. She's probably as nutty as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Anything else about the previews of the show or the Emmys? Hopefully we can all watch the Emmys, see what's, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'll be done. I don't know if it'll be as exciting or whether they're really exciting or not. It's just how they're done. So, yeah.
I hope they pull in big ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they're only going to probably do so much. I don't know, like the top categories, because then it's not just daytime. I mean, it's just not the soaps; it's the other stuff too.
Yeah.
Like the talk shows, I guess, the game shows. Or is there game shows anymore? What is out there? Just talk shows, I guess, right? Or reality shows? Or no? Is there reality shows on during the day? Yeah. Oh, speaking of reality shows, did anybody watch the Story of Soaps on ABC the other night?
I recorded it, but I haven't watched it yet. Was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it up to the part where they went onto reality shows, and Andy Cohen comes on and says, reality, you know, soaps are going by the wayside, and reality shows are what's now.
Like,
I'm there, you little. I said, I don't like you anymore.
It was like Brian.
He was just pimping his own show, or whatever, you know. I'm not a fan of. But no, they're not.
Somebody tweeted Andy Cohen saying that any episode Young and Restless does better than Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I do watch the Real Housewives. I watch Atlanta, New Jersey, New York, Beverly Hills, Orange County, and Potomac. Pretty much all of them. But basically. They really don't bring in a lot of ratings. Yeah, they said Atlanta did have a bad year, I would say, this year, but they said it only brought in 1.7. But Young and Restless consistently does over 2 million a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see there's room for both, but to say it was almost like he was saying goodbye to soaps and it's all it is reality. But I always thought that story was supposed to try to help generate, you know, more fans for the soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea. And then they come in that last half hour with everything was reality. If it's the story of soaps, reality shows there shouldn't have been nothing discussed about reality shows.
Yeah, why the hell would that even on? Yeah, that part, yeah.
They're not soaps. They're real people, which can be just as entertaining as, hey, I watched the Tiger King, so that was really crazy. So, and it sucks you in, and it is stupid, but I'm telling you, I can understand why people watch all these reality shows. It does suck you in.
I did enough reality at work, too.
Yeah.
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 No, I say with my job, I work with so many people who are nutty as hell, and I'm like, I could write a screenplay just based on my coworkers. It'd be 100% true, and everybody would think I'd be making this stuff up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I know.
Crazy stuff. Just crazy. I have one coworker of mine. He acts just like Jeff Goldblum. I mean, it's hilarious. And I'm hearing all these weird sexual rumors about where I work too. I'm like, I can't believe my coworkers are this kinky. But apparently they are. I know. But the thing is, I have to say about Andy Cohen, for someone who was kind of saying that Housewives are the new soaps, he's cast Lisa Rinna, has been on Beverly Hills for quite a few years now. And he had Eileen Davidson on there. And Kyle was on Days of Our Lives for a little bit, a couple of seasons ago. And Denise Richards went from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She went to Bold and the Beautiful. So she actually used the Real Housewives to get on the Bold and the Beautiful. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Denise is going to be on after. The current season is airing now, but there's a bit of a sex scandal going on with her on this show, on the season now. So I'm not sure if Denise is coming back next year to Beverly Hills. But, yeah, she's been on the Bold and the Beautiful for probably about half a year or so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Andy took a lot of flack for that, I think.
Oh yeah. Like
I
people
think,
were
from what I
tweeting
hear.
him. The ratings are better on soaps than his shows.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. And he was always a soap fan. I mean, he had always, soaps. I've always thought he was a big soap fan, but okay, whatever. But otherwise, it was on. It showed different soaps and stuff. They could have maybe done more on some different soaps. They didn't show anything of. Did they show anything of Santa Barbara? I was trying to catch.
I heard no.
They showed a lot of fast clips or Passions. They didn't include all the soaps, or like they didn't go back like Another World or The Doctors.
What?
I don't think. Maybe a little bit. A lot of it was a lot of flashback.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But it was okay. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, it was all right. I mean, a lot of days, you saw different days people in there.
Yeah.
And like the early days with Irma Phillips and Agnes Nixon, like way back talking about those people. But I don't even know if they didn't even mention Ted Cordays, the Cordays. I don't think. Which they should have. Don't remember. But
I don't think they mentioned Belle.
Yeah, I think that I don't think they could put the history of soaps in such a small special. It should have been maybe like more of a mini series or documentary or something like that. There's too much of a story.
They could do a good documentary on them.
Yeah, I don't think you condense whatever 60 plus years of soap operas into a couple hours.
Yeah. But it was fun watching like old clips, with the different scenes and shows and stuff. Yeah, interesting. All right.
I got a question on one of the flashbacks on that they used. Now, was there an actual scene between Drake and the guy who plays Orpheus when Drake had dark hair, or did they just shoot that now?
I think that was a scene between the two of them back. Was that back when Orpheus came back just the last time before this? Not way back. I mean, remember when is that when they took Marlena and Kayla and put them in the coffins or something? Remember?
How long has Drake been gray-haired, though?
Yeah.
It seems like it's been longer than that he's been gray.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay. That's what I was going to say.
Hair.
Did Drake have the gray then? Okay, maybe he did. I know. But it looks like it was a real fun because his hair was dark and he looked younger in the face too. To me, I mean, he looked younger. It definitely looked, and even Orpheus, the actor, I can't think of his name, but he looked younger too. They both did. Yeah. So, good question, but I thought it was an old clip. I don't know. All right. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, I think we covered a lot, yeah. All right. Anybody have plans for the holiday weekend?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going to go to my mom's house.
Just to pick.
So,
yeah.
I haven't seen my parents in 3 months, so.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're finally getting to see them.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be outside. We're going to be outside and keeping a bit of a distance. Yeah, it's been since February. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yes. You definitely need to see your parents. I'm glad you're...
Yeah. Yeah, we're still in our yellow phase. Maybe we'll get the green at the end, the first weekend in June.
Yeah.
So I don't know, or maybe next weekend. Not next weekend yet. So some makeup is slipping mind.
Seems so surreal.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It is surreal. I know the salons still aren't open. I'm dying.
Wait to what?
To get my hair cut.
I need it highlighted.
I'm actually getting
I have 3 colors.
And highlights this week. Yes, finally. My hairstylist is getting a new place that is basically, it's broken up into suites, so it's only her booth is all one suite. And so then she can control who comes in and all that. And then we have to wear the ear loop kind of face mask, which is fine, But it'll be a different. I mean, I saw her back in March before all this happened, and she wore the mask. I didn't, just because she was working on my hair, but but it was fine. I mean, we can all work around this stuff and figure out ways to still be safe, I think. But,
it's got to start soon. Yes, like now.
Yes,
now.
Yes, people. We need to get back. We need to get back to life. I mean. I think it was wise at first, but it's gone on way too long. So,
yeah, I think it did what it was supposed to do. Most of the places seem to be flattening the curve. Things have been they've been going down. I know they've been going. Right. We really hadn't hardly had any cases in my county.
Well, and
we were way below.
I mean, it was we were dealing with a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. You know what? I think it made sense at first, and the main thing they were afraid of is that they were going to overburden the healthcare system and the hospitals and everything. And really, the hot spots were the only places that really have one, of course, where Jen lives and where you got But so it did happen, but the fact that they're having to lay people off now in the healthcare industry, that's ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, they honestly. They should have loosened the restrictions on the elective surgeries, because when they defined elective surgeries, it was things like stents, things like that. I mean, maybe they weren't emergency surgeries, but they were still needed, So they should have probably loosened that sooner. But, you just never know. It's a tough call. But let's just hope we can all get through this together and get back to some semblance of normal life and wash our hands extra lots all the time, and do the best we can.
When they do reopen, people actually listen to the guidelines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell. I was sitting curbside picking something up at a restaurant, and since they've opened up the restaurants around here, and it's supposed to be like 25% capacity or something like that, or maybe it's 50% now. The place I was at was a full parking lot, and nobody was walking in with any kind of, although, I mean, if you're going to go to a restaurant, you can't eat with a mask. I mean, you can't really, so you've got to go with the idea that
how can you wear a mask in a restaurant?
But the thing is our family has tried really hard because a whole group of them came back from New Orleans right as this thing happened from a family wedding. So everybody self-quarantined right away, and we did have 2 members of our family that got it, and and they were quarantined for almost 8 weeks because they kept testing positive, even though they were completely symptom-free for a month. Anyway, so they're finally out and about. But I mean, they finally went to an infectious disease specialist, and they were like, "No, you're fine. You're fine. Move about the cabin, whatever you need to do." But people in our family really tried to be very smart about it and very protective of the people that were vulnerable, whether they were people in our family or people that we knew or strangers, But I will say this, I do think that people are so sick of it that they're probably at this point just like, a lot of them are probably just like, screw it, I don't give a crap anymore, I'm just done,
It gets to the point, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, I just hope we don't have a huge
there's risks in life,
second wave, but exactly. Well, the thing of it is, when you think about it, I mean, it's much more contagious and spreads much easier, I guess, than the regular flu. But when we hear the stats for how many people die of the flu every year, that's astounding in and of itself.
Yes.
And maybe
that's up there
overall,
into 50,000-60,000.
Maybe 60,000, 70,000 people. Maybe we've learned something where maybe next season we won't have as many flu deaths either, because we've learned, hey, guess what, guys? If you wash your hands, you don't stick your finger up your nose constantly. I mean, I don't know. It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm OCD anyway. I mean, I do all this crap anyway. Now I just don't feel weird about it. That's all. No, but anyway, but good luck to everybody. I hope everybody stays safe and well.
You too.
Yeah. And, okay. Well, everybody have a nice weekend.
America can get back to work. All righty. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. Bye. See you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.